Welcome, Autograph Fisherman here, and this is Remember That Show. This is where I pick a show from our past and do a bio on it. This week it is My Little Pony. Enjoy! My Little Pony is an American animated series produced by Sunbow Productions and Marvel Productions and animated by Toei Animation and Akam based on the My Little Pony toys released by Hasbro. The series featured as the first segment of a program called My Little Pony and Friends. The second segment would be an unrelated cartoon based on another Hasbro franchise, including the Glow Friends, Moondreamers, and the Potato Head Kids. The series debuted on September 15, 1986, nearly 3 months after the release of My Little Pony, the movie, which had introduced the Paradise Estate and many of the series' main characters, and ended. On September 25, 1987, 2 previous television specials were edited into segments of My Little Pony and Friends, Rescue at Midnight Castle and Escape from Katrina. The complete series of My Little Pony segments has been released on DVD in Regions 1 and 4. Other sections have been released on DVD, such as My Little Pony, The Glow Friends as of 2023. Ponyland is a mystical land, home to all kinds of magical creatures. The little ponies make their home in Paradise Estate, living a peaceful life filled with song and games. However, not all of the creatures of Ponyland are so peaceful, and the ponies often find themselves having to fight for survival against witches, trolls, goblins, and all the other beasts that would love to see the little ponies destroyed, enslaved, or otherwise harmed. Cast Bettina Bush as Megan, Charlie Adler as Spike, Susan Blue as Buttons, Paradise Nancy Cartwright as Gusty, Baby Heartthrob, Baby Cuddles, Posy, Truly, Honeysuckle, Surfrider Jeannie Elias as Whizzer, Masquerade, Baby Lickety Split, Magic Star, Sweet Stuff, Sunshower Lynn, Gerstle as Lofty, Locket, Mimic, Scoop Skip Hinnon as narrator, Carrie Houlihan as Molly Katie Lee as Fizzy, Heartthrob, Lickety Split Ribbon, Baby Shady, Baby Gusty, Baby Tittling Swatter, Lily Sherrilyn as Galaxy, Gingerbread, Cherry's Jubilee, Baby Halfnote, Baby Ribbon, Baby Sundance, Scott Minville as Danny Sarah Partridge as Wind Whistler, Taylor as Cupcake Rose Dust, Morning Glory BJ, Ward a Surprise, North Star, Peach Blossom, Forget Me Not Jill Wayne as Baby Lofty, Shady. Additional voices by Michael Bell, Joey Cammon, Melanie Geffen, Tress McNeil, and Frank Welker. In the UK, the animated series first aired on November 7, 1987 on MTV. In Russia, a dubbed version in Russian was released on the channel 2x2 from 1993 to 1995. Earth ponies are like normal horses, but brightly colored as many creatures in Ponyland. Our Pegasus ponies are agile winged horses who can fly in the skies of Ponyland and even go beyond the rainbow to our world. Unicorn ponies possess a single horn on their forehead. All are able to wink in and wink out, short-range teleport, and possess a unique individual ability, for example, telepathy, telekinesis, urokinesis, hydrokinesis, and intuition. Flutter ponies are shy but powerful creatures with magic in their gossamer wings, granting them flight as well as various undefined abilities. They live in an area of Ponyland known as Flutter Valley. Sea ponies are brightly colored seahorse-like creatures who dwell in the rivers and lakes of Ponyland. The Bushwoolies, a joyful species of furballs with a hive mind mentality, causing them to usually think alike and in agreement. They seem to be led by a blue Bushwoolie named Hugster. The Furbobs, cousins of the Bushwoolies. They primarily walk on 4 legs as opposed to Bushwoolies, who seem to walk on the equivalent of 2 legs. Unlike the Bushwoolies, they constantly disagree with each other. Any agreement between them usually signals an emergency situation. Ferocious-looking armadillo-like creatures. They were enemies of the Furbobs until Megan helped the Furbobs realize that the 2 species can overcome their hostilities through friendship and understanding. The Grundles, a small race of creatures, ruled by the Grundle King. They used to live in Grundleland before it was smoothed in My Little Pony, the movie. They now live in Dream Castle. 3 human children, siblings, Megan, Danny, and Molly, often fly across the rainbow to join the little ponies. The characters often seek advice on magical matters from the Moochek, a wise but eccentric gnome who lives in the nearby mushroom with his rabbit assistant, Habit. 1992 show, My Little Pony Tales, is an American animated television series produced by Sunbow Productions and distributed by Grotz Entertainment, with animation being produced by Akam. The series, based on the My Little Pony toys by Hasbro, weekly, aired for 26 episodes from August 2nd to December 25th, 1992 on the Disney Channel. The series was syndicated from 1993 to 1995. As of 2022, My Little Pony Tales has been released on DVD in Australia, Europe, and the United States. The series followed 7 young female ponies who live in Ponyland, a society of anthropomorphic ponies. They are Starlight, Sweetheart, Melody, Bright Eyes, Patch, Clover, and Bonbon. They live like humans as they attend school, frequent the local ice cream shop, enter talent contests, and even roller skate. Some of the girl ponies begin to show a romantic interest in the male ponies, Teddy, Ace, and Lancer. They even go on dates with them. In contrast to the previous series, which focused on ponies and humans, the new series centered only on the ponies. Each episode featured at least one song performed by the ponies. Characters: Starlight voiced by Willow Johnson. Starlight, a pink pony with golden yellow hair, is the sensible and responsible leader of the group. She regards school teacher Miss Hackney highly and aspires to become a teacher herself. Her mother owns the Rainbow Beauty Salon and an ice cream shop where Starlight works. Starlight has a one-sided crush on Ace. Her flank symbol is a yellow star that is surrounded by 4 blue stars. Sweetheart, voiced by Maggie Blue O'Harris-Weathered, a white pony with dark pink hair, dislikes letting anyone down. However, she occasionally finds herself in the middle of fights between her friends. She tends to see the good in ponies, including ones that seem bad like Teddy, whom she likes. Her friends don't like Teddy, and this causes friction between them. She is the oldest of 4 ponies. 2 of her siblings are named Sugar and Peaches. She wants to be a doctor when she grows up. Her flank symbol is a big red heart that is surrounded by 3 little orange hearts. Melody, voiced by Kelly Sheridan. Melody, a dark pink pony with sea blue hair, is the lead singer in the band The Rockin' Beats. She has a somewhat shallow personality and likes to gossip. She occasionally acts spoiled and puts her own interests ahead of those of her friends. She sometimes offers beauty advice to the others and aspires to become a famous rock star. Her mother is a nurse who works at a hospital. She has younger twin sisters named Jingling and Tingling. Her flank symbol is a yellow microphone that is surrounded by several music notes. Bright Eyes, voiced by Laura Harris. Bright Eyes, a bluish pony with orange-red hair, loves to learn things. She tends to think things out logically whenever there is a problem. She wants to be an environmentalist when she grows up. She is infatuated with Lancer. Her father works for the newspaper. Her flank symbol is a notebook and pen. Patch, voiced by Venus Tirzo. Episodes 1 to 16. Brigitte Dao. Episode 17 to 26. Patch, a peach pony with dark pink hair, who is a member of the soccer team. She acts like an adventurous tomboy and is constantly looking for something to do. She enjoys practical jokes. She wants to join the circus when she grows up. She is the only character in the series to witness magical or supernatural phenomena. Her flank symbol is a patch of pink cloth. Clover, voiced by Lelania Lindbergh. Clover, a lavender-purple pony with rose-pink hair, tends to be accident-prone. She frequently bursts into tears because of her ineptitude, but things generally work out for her in the end because of either luck or because her friends help out. She is very superstitious and gullible. She wants to become a ballerina-like her big sister Meadowlark. When she grows up, her flank symbol is a clover leaf. Bonbon, voiced by Kiara Zanny. Bonbon, a yellow pony with burgundy-purple hair, enjoys food and cooking. She hates getting dirty. She wants to become a fashion model. When she grows up, she keeps a diary. She comes from a large family, with an older sister named Misty and 4 younger siblings named Amber, Twink, Rusty, and an unnamed baby brother. Note 1. Her flank symbol is a piece of blue candy. Supporting. Teddy, voiced by Tony Sampson. Teddy is a blue male pony with an orange mohawk who wears sunglasses. He is an impulsive show-off who tends to irritate others. Despite his bold personality, it is later revealed that he sleeps with a teddy bear, which he keeps hidden from nearly everyone. He becomes a love interest for Sweetheart. His flank symbol is a comb. Ace, voiced by Brad Swalis, a gold male pony with light blonde hair, is an athletic and confident jock at the school. Many of the female ponies admire him and consider him a dream date. He is Teddy's best friend and teams up with him in influencing Lancer. He enjoys soccer and many other activities. He has a crush on Melody, but this is largely unrequited, while Starlight has a crush on him. Bright Eyes thinks Ace likes Ace better than anyone. His flank symbol is a soccer ball. Lancer, voiced by Shane Meyer. Lancer, a dark blue male pony with crimson red hair, is quiet and gentle. He is shy and fond of books. His parents are wealthy and are sometimes away on trips. He has feelings for Bright Eyes and often sides with the girl ponies in order to impress her. He is talented at roller skating. He wants to be an explorer when he grows up. His flank symbol is a fleur-d-list. Miss Hackney voiced by Kate Robinson. Hackney is a periwinkle pony with lavender hair. She teaches the girl and boy ponies at the school. She shows a high degree of patience, especially with Patch, who has behavior issues. She is strict, but fair. Starlight considers her a role model. It is hinted that she may have feelings for Mr. Kidoo, who pilots a hot air balloon. Her flank symbol is a small chalkboard. My Little Pony Tales began airing on the Disney Channel on Sunday mornings, starting on August 2, 1992, and on weekday mornings, starting on September 1, 1992. Reruns of the show continued on the Disney Channel until 1996 in the half-hour block. The first part featured an episode from the old 1980s series My Little Pony and Friends, and the second part was an episode made for the new My Little Pony Tales series. The production codes when My Little Pony Tales and its songs were submitted to the U.S. Copyright Office in 1993 were numbered from 200 Do. 1 to 200 to 13, asterisk, 2020 to 2021 show, asterisk My Little Pony. Pony Life is an animated television series that aired on Treehouse TV in Canada from June 21, 2022, April 25, 2021, and aired on Discovery Family in the United States from November 7, 2020 to May 22, 2021. It is based on Hasbro's My Little Pony franchise and is the fourth animated series in the franchise overall. Pony Life acts as a standalone spin-off to My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic, 2010 to 2019. Sporting a new caricatured art style, slice of life narrative, and some of the writers and voice cast returning. The series was produced by Entertainment One, with animation provided by Boulder Media. Unlike Friendship is Magic, each episode is 11 minutes long, consisting of two 5-minute segments. Asterisk the main setting of Pony Life is Sugar Cube Corner, a bakery operated by Pinkie Pie that she and her friends Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, Rarity and Fluttershy often use as a hangout. The series explores comedic slice-of-life stories that they experience, primarily while hanging out at Sugar Cube Corner. The series uses an art style based on Japanese chibi as a reboot. It has no continuity with Friendship is Magic, allowing for the existence of new characters, such as Potion, Nova, and Octavio Pie, Pinkie Pie's brother, and the omission of certain other characters from the original series. Main cast, with the exception of Kathy Weasley who voiced Spike, the main voice actors from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic reprise their roles in Pony Life. Tara Strong as Twilight, Sparkle Ashley Ball as Applejack, and Rainbow Dash Libman as Fluttershy, and Pinkie Tabitha St. Germain as Rarity, and Spike supporting cast Nicole Oliver as Princess Celesta and Cheryl Kyle Rideout as Dishwater, Slog Andrew McNee as Bubbles Cherub Mixquiandria, Libman as Buttershy and Matt to Daniel, Doheny as Derek and Matt One, Tabitha St. Germain as Small, Karen and Muffins, Trevor Duvall as Fancy Pants Madeline, Peters as Scootaloo, Michelle Creeber as Apple Bloom, Claire Corlett as Sweetie Belle, Peter New as Discord and Big Macintosh, Kathleen Barr as Trixie Lulamoonrian, Beale as Fantastic Anel, as Potion, Novalee Bodoin as Menta Jessie, Inokala as Octavio Pritchard, Ian Cox as Snalzian Hanlon as Snips, Dobson as Bulk, Biceps Luke Roderick as Heard Happily, and Curtain Call Peter Kellemis as Saddlebags Laura Sadiq, as Natalie Rebecca Showitchett as Twilight, Sparkle Singing Voice and Pulverizer Britt McKillop as Princess Cadance, Bethany Brown as Lightning, Chill Connor Parnell as Ekowana Sani, as Sugar Snap Samuel Vincent, as Flem Scott McNeil as Flem Andrew, Francis as Shining Armor, Tina Grant as My Little Pony. Pony Life premiered on Discovery Family in the United States on November 7, 2020. Clips of several episodes have also been uploaded to the My Little Pony YouTube channel prior to the announcement. On September 17, 2020, it was reported that a second season was in production. The second season premiered on April 10, 2021, and concluded on May 22 of the same year, in Ireland. The series premiered on Tiny Pop on September 1, 2020. The second season premiered on Tiny Pop ahead of the U.S. broadcast on April 2, 2021. 2022 to 2023 show, asterisk My Little Pony. Make Your Mark is an animated television series tied to the fifth incarnation, also referred to as the fifth generation, or G5, of Hasbro's My Little Pony toy line, set after the events of the film My Little Pony: A New Generation 2021. The series follows 5 ponies: Sunny Star Scout, Jenna Warren, an idealistic Earth pony; Izzy Moonbow, Anna Sani, a creative unicorn; Hitch Trailblazer JJ Gerber, a responsible Earth pony; and sisters Zipstorm Maitreyi Ramakrishnan and Pip Petals AJ Br 2 Pegasuses, princesses on their adventures and battles across the ponies are joined later on by Misty Dawn, a shy unicorn and former associate of the villainous Alicorn Opaline Arcana, developed by Gillian Barrow for Netflix. The 44-minute special episode Make Your Mark premiered as a teaser on May 26, 2022, followed by the release of 8 further episodes on September 26. The series is produced by Entertainment One, with animation provided by Atomic Cartoons, and a total of 4 44-minute special episodes and 23 22-minute episodes have been ordered. The 6th and final chapter was released on November 23, 2023. Many generations after the end of My Little Pony, friendship is magic. Wherein Twilight Sparkle became the ruler of Equestria, the new main 6, Sunny Star Scout, Izzy Moonbow Hitch Trailblazer, the sisters Pip Petals and Zipstorm, and newcomer Misty Brighton live in Maritime Bay after having brought back magic to the world. Sunny's home, the Crystal Bright House, now holds the Unity Crystals, special magical objects created by Twilight long ago to save the ponies of Equestria from the evil fire Alicorn Opaline Arcana. The 3 pony kinds, unicorns, Pegasuses, and earth ponies, have been reunited, but still face some obstacles in living together and dealing with their newfound magic, especially the earth pony's new ability to make plants instantly grow out of the ground. Sunny and her friends go on adventures and live life, and their friendship grows as they learn to understand each other's differences and deal with various challenges. Meanwhile, the immortal Alicorn Opaline, weakened and forgotten by the world, desires to take all the magic in Equestria for herself and rule the land. She sends her unicorn assistant Misty, who knows little about the world outside Opaline's castle, to spy on Sunny and her friends in furtherance of Opaline's plans, as she promised to give Misty her own cutie mark, a symbol that appears on a pony's flank when they discover their special talent. Misty is rarely successful, but sometimes finds herself enjoying life in Maritime Bay and begins to discover that the outside world is broader than Opaline has told her. As the series progresses, Opaline devises a range of plans to strengthen her own magic in preparation to mount an assault on Equestria. Voice cast: Maine, Jenna Warren as Sunny Star Scout, a bright-eyed earth pony, Alicorn, who runs a smoothie stand in Maritime Bay and seeks to make the world a better place. Anna Sani as Izzy Moonbow, be a happy-go-lucky unicorn from Bridalwood, who enjoys arts and crafts. AJ Brittle as Philomena Pip Petals, a Pegasus princess and pop singer from Zephyr Heights with a wide fan following. The owner of the Maritime Bay Karaoke Hair Salon, Main Melody, and Zip's younger sister, JJ Gerber, as Hitch Trailblazer, an earth pony with an affinity for critters, who serves as the sheriff of Maritime Bay. Maitrey Ramakrishnan as Zephyrina Zipstorm, an athletic Pegasus princess from Zephyr Heights, appointed as a detective to investigate magical phenomena in Maritime Bay, and Pip's older sister, Rob Tinkler as Sparky Sprinoni, a male baby dragon with chaotic, powerful magic, who is adopted by Hitch. Bahia Watson as Misty Brydon, a timid unicorn who was taken in by Opaline as a filly and serves as her assistant in return for a promised cutie mark. In Chapter 5, she is revealed to be Alphabetal's long-lost daughter, Villains Athena Carcanus, as Opaline Arcana, a menacing fire Alicorn who seeks to control all of Equestria and its magic. She is also Misty's adoptive mother, but at the end of Chapter 6, she has her power taken from her and gets trapped in the Together Tree. Julie Lemieux as Allure, a winged snow leopard who has the power to hypnotize. At the end, she enters the portal to Equestria so as to not fail her brother. Rob Tinkler as Twitch, Allure's bunny sidekick. Supporting. Amanda Martinez as Queen Haven, the ruler of Zephyr Heights, Pip and Zip's mother, and Alphabetal's girlfriend, Kimberly Trong as Posy Bloom, an earth pony who distrusted magic at first, but grew to like it after receiving earth pony magic. Sargoxia Zalia, an earth pony who is a florist and baker. Anna Sani as Wendy, a Pegasus who lives in Zephyr Heights, and Maritime Bay. Samantha Bolonsky as Jazz Hooves, an earth pony employed at Main Melody as a manicurist and singer. Jonathan Tan as Rocky Riff, a Pegasus employed at Main Melody as a main stylist and singer. Joshua Graham as Sprout Cloverleaf, the former deputy sheriff and one-time self-proclaimed Emperor of Maritime Bay. Tara Strong as Twilight Sparkle, an Alicorn who was the Princess of Friendship and the ruler of Equestria. She appears through a hologram in the Bright House. Ely Ray Hennessy as Figgy, an earth pony who lives in a cottage near Maritime Bay and is Hitch's grandmother. Andrew Jackson as Alphabetal Blossom Forth, a unicorn who runs the Crystal Tea Room in Bridalwood and is Queen Haven's boyfriend. In Chapter 5, he is revealed to be Misty's father, AJ Bradell, as Onyx, a beatnik unicorn who writes and performs poetry at the Crystal Tea Room in Bridalwood. She often appears alongside her partner Dapple, who accompanies her on bongos. Alina as Minty, the lead singer of the Dreamlands, an Earth Pony girl group that reunites after a breakup to perform at the Bridal Woodstock Music Festival. Stacey K as Bluebell, another member of the DREAMLANDS. Lexi Galante as Snuzzle, another member of the DREAMLANDS. Sophia Wiley as Ruby Jubilee, a popular Pegasus singer who performs at Bridal Woodstock. Kaya Oz as Seashell, an Earth Pony filly who is friends with Glory. And Peach Fizz and one of Pip's fans, the Pipsqueaks, Athena Carcanus as Glory, a Pegasus filly who is friends with Seashell and Peach Fizz and one of Pip's fans, the Pipsqueaks, by Yawasan as Peach Fizz, a unicorn filly who is friends with Seashell and Glory and one of Pip's fans, the Pipsqueaks, Art Tudu, Agnes Toots, an Earth Pony stallion and former Canterlogic employee, Brooke Goldner as Sweets, an Earth Pony mare and former Canterlogic employee, Amanda Martinez as Dazzlefeather, a Pegasus mare who is a TV host in Zephyr Heights alongside Sky Silver, Jonathan Tan as Sky Silver, a Pegasus stallion who is a TV host in Zephyr Heights alongside Dazzlefeather, Athena Carconis as Zoom Zephyr, a Pegasus mare who is a royal guard and much more competent than her partner Thunder, Jonathan Tan as Thunderflap, a Pegasus stallion who is a royal guard and much more cowardly than his partner Zoom, TBA as Sugar Moonlight, a female Earth Pony, who is the leader of the group called Philly 4 along with Rose Dust and Lily. Louisa Jew as Blaze Skysun, a female dragon who lives on a large island called the Isle of Scaly. Julius Cho as Tumble, a male dragon who lives on a large island called the Isle of Scaly. Kreese Sadeki as Lava, a male dragon who lives on a large island called the Isle of Scaly but gets captured and mind-controlled along with Jade by Openlean to rule Equestria for good. Ebony Rosen as Violet Frost, a female Auroracorn who lives in a glittery wonderland called Starlight Ridge. Corey Doran as Comet, a male Auroracorn who lives in a glittery wonderland called Starlight Ridge. Martin Roach as Spike, a male dragon who was revered as a hero in ancient Equestria. He is the current Dragon Lord of the Dragonlands. Sarah Gadon as Lux, a female dragon who lives on a large island called the Isle of Scaly. Antoni Sargina as Leave, a male dragon who lives on a large island called the Isle of Scaly. Lee Cameron as Fountain, a female dragon who lives on a large island called the Isle of Scaly. Gisette Jorge as Jade, a female dragon who lives on a large island called the Isle of Scaly but gets captured and mind-controlled along with Lava by Openlean to rule Equestria for good. TBA as Elderflower, a female unicorn who lives in Bridalwood, who is a storyteller and is the great niece of Moondancer. Jonathan Tan as Dapple, a unicorn who accompanies his partner Onyx on bongos for her poetry at her performance at the Crystal Tea Room in Bridalwood. In 2019, when My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic concluded and closed that chapter of pony history, Hasbro began working on a fifth incarnation to fit Generation Alpha's higher emotional intelligence. Entertainment One Vice President Emily Thompson stated more peer groups would be represented in the core cast. For example, the main character, Sunny Star Scout, is an activist working to make the pony world a better place. When development began, My Little Pony aimed to expand the namesake franchise's world rather than create a new one. Unlike the previous incarnations like Friendship is Magic, the series will be set in Equestria, the production team wanting to further explore the lore and world-building established by the fourth incarnation. However, the fifth incarnation will be set many years after the events of the fourth, focusing on different ponies and unexplored parts of Equestria. For Hasbro, this gave them the opportunity to include Easter eggs to the previous incarnations. In February 2021, it was revealed that a computer-animated series had been greenlit for release on Netflix in 2022. As a follow-up to the film My Little Pony, A New Generation, Atomic Cartoons stated in May 2021 that it would be producing the My Little Pony series, and its parent company, Thunderbird Entertainment, disclosed later that year that 27 episodes were in the Atomic Cartoons production pipeline. After the release of My Little Pony, A New Generation on September 24, 2021, the title, My Little Pony, Make Your Mark, as well as the amount of content planned for 2022, was revealed by Entertainment One in a press release. On February 17, 2022, the new voices of the 5 main ponies were also revealed by the new voice actors on social media on February 17, 2022. In interviews, Maitri Ramakrishnan, the voice of Zipstorm, stated that she had been immediately on board with the project upon knowing it was My Little Pony, having previously been a fan of animation, such as Pixar films and My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic. A 44-minute special, titled Make Your Mark, premiered on May 26, 2022. As a teaser, Chapter 2 of the series, featuring 8 22-minute episodes, was released on Netflix on September 26. To promote the series, the online game My Little Pony: Visit Maritime Bay was released on Roblox on September 29, 2022, and a Visit Maritime Bay ad campaign was created in partnership with the travel site TripAdvisor. Another double-length special episode, Winter Wish Day, was released on Netflix on November 21st and served as the first season finale. The second season, consisting of the 4th chapter, was released on June 6, 2023, with 6 22-minute episodes and another 44-minute special, Bridalwoods, a 5th chapter, which is the 3rd season, and consisting of 6 episodes, was released on September 18, 2023. A 6th and final chapter, consisting of 3 episodes and a 44-minute special, Secrets of Starlight, was released on November 23, 2023. We will talk about the toys after the ad.
Join myself and JD Delay in fighting chomos and other bad thing by shopping at Convict Clothing. There are some amazing cloths for all at great prices. Nationwide free shipping for any order over $50. Just use the keyword autograph for a discount. And while you are shopping, also check out my store and perhaps become a member for only 99 cents. Both stores' links are in the description. Back to the video.
So am Santa, and am taking over this video just because who else would be better at talking about toys than me? My Little Pony is a toy line and media franchise developed by American toy company Hasbro. The first toys were developed by Bonnie Zackerl, Charles Munchinger, and Steve Dogwano, and were produced in 1981. The ponies feature colorful bodies, manes, and a unique symbol on one or both sides of their flanks. Such symbols are referred to in the 3 most recent incarnations as cutie marks. My Little Pony has been revamped several times with new and more modern looks to continue its appeal to the market, with each new look called a generation by the show's collectors and fans. The franchise is mainly targeted at young girls, although in the 2010s it gained a cult following by an unintended audience of adult, mostly male fans. Following the original My Pretty Pony toy that was introduced in 1981, My Little Pony was launched in 1982, and the line became popular during the 1980s. The original toy line ran from 1982 to 1992 in the United States and to 1995 globally, and to animated specials, an animated feature-length film, and to animated television series were produced during the period up until 1992. The first incarnation's popularity peaked in 1990. But the following year, Hasbro decided to discontinue the toy line due to increased competition. 150 million ponies were sold in the 1980s. The toy line was revived in 1997, but these toys proved unpopular and were discontinued in 1999. The brand saw a more popular revival in 2003 with toys that more closely resembled the original toy line, which sold approximately 100 million pony toys globally by 2010. Hasbro launched the 4th incarnation of the franchise in 2010, which started with the animated series My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, which ended on October 12, 2019. The brand grossed over $650 million in retail sales in 2013 and over $1 billion annually in retail sales in 2014 and 2015. Hasbro launched a 5th generation of toys and Associated Media starting September 24, 2021. My Pretty Pony is a pony figurine introduced by Hasbro in 1981 that was created by illustrator Bonnie Zacherl and sculptor Charles Munchinger. My Pretty Pony is a 10-inch tall hard plastic figurine that can wiggle its ears, swish its tail, and wink one eye. The original My Pretty Pony was followed by My Pretty Pony and Beautiful Baby, which came with an additional smaller baby pony figure. This was followed by pink and yellow versions of the original that have the now Hallmark symbol on the pony's backsides, which preceded the My Little Pony figurines. After the relative lack of success of the My Pretty Pony toy line, Hasbro introduced -1 smaller and colorful versions of the toy in 1982, sold under the title My Little Pony. The toy line led to many more merchandise under the My Little Pony brand, which later became unofficially known as the Generation 1 or G1 of My Little Pony among collectors. This incarnation ended in 1992 in the United States, but was marketed internationally until 1995. Animations from mid-1980s, My Little Pony Animated Special, My Little Pony, Escape from Katrina, My Little Pony, the movie, and My Little Pony segment within My Little Pony and Friends Anthology series, and My Little Pony Tales from 1990 to accompany the lineup Asterisk. The 1997 incarnation was marketed by Hasbro as Friendship Garden and designated Generation to bike collectors. They were manufactured in redesigned poses with jewel eyes and turning heads and are smaller, slimmer, and longer-legged than their 1982 counterparts. The line was not successful in the U.S., and was discontinued in 1999, although it continued overseas for several years, since the second generation was more popular in Western Europe. Hasbro continued to produce and sell them in Western Europe. After 1998, most were Earth ponies, but a few unicorns were made internationally. Although no Pegasus ponies were made, some adults had clip-on wings. In the early 2000s, several unicorns with clip-on wings called the Magic Unicorns were made. 2 baby ponies were introduced, and none of the baby ponies were sold in the United States. In Europe, the main location was renamed Poneland instead of Friendship Gardens, and were discontinued with the inception of the G3 toy line in 2003. Many ponies released in the last years of the line are considered rare. A number of playsets were introduced, including a mansion and a castle. Some of the licensed merchandise released in Europe included beanbag plushes, magazines, clothing, perfume, wrapping paper, and coloring books. A CD-ROM game for PC, Friendship Gardens, was also released, which involved taking care of a pony and playing games along the way. Some Generation 2 ponies were sold as detachable keychains, including Morning Glory, Sundance, Lightheart, and Ivy. Each pony comes with a comb attached to her neck by a string. The back of the package says, My Little Pony logo, and pony names are trademarks of Hasbro Inc. Copyright 1998. They were produced under license by Fun for All Corporation and made in China. My Little Pony Friendship Gardens is a virtual pet game developed by Artex Studios and published by Hasbro Interactive. the third incarnation of My Little Pony, which is often unofficially referred to as Generation 3 or G3 by collectors. Began in 2003, the revamped line of dolls was targeted to a younger audience than the previous lines. Before the generations end in 2009, there were at least 2 minor revamps. A series of direct-to-video animated films mostly produced by SD Entertainment accompanied the lineup. Asterisk the next incarnation of My Little Pony, unofficially known as the Generation 4, was launched in 2010. It is set in a fictional location named Equestria, and the main characters include Twilight Sparkle, Spike, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Applejack, Rarity, and Fluttershy. Television series My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, theatrical film My Little Pony, the movie, as well as other related media, accompany the current lineup. This era generated a fandom among grown-ups with the success of the television series My Little Pony, Equestria Girls. The anthropomorphic spin-off was launched in 2013. My Little Pony, Pony Life, a spin-off comedy series launched in 2020 featuring a new animation style. Asterisk Hasbro announced the start of the current Generation 5 toy line in February 2021. With a 3D CG animated film produced by Entertainment One and animated by Boulder Media, and a follow-up television series. Unlike previous generation changes, which have generally featured a completely new set of characters, Generation 5 will build upon the world and stories established in Generation 4 from Friendship is Magic, but will include a time jump to introduce new characters and themes. According to Hasbro's Emily Thompson, Vice President of Global Brand Management for Entertainment One, the new line is aimed at Generation Alpha, which has a higher emotional intelligence, and they expect a lot more from their entertainment. To that end, the themes of the show will be aimed around diversity and inclusion, but will still include nods and Easter eggs to the prior generation. The film and series takes place sometime after the end of Friendship is Magic, where friendship and harmony have been replaced by paranoia and mistrust, and the various pony species have segregated into their own tribes. The main characters of Generation 5 include Sunny Star Scout, a female Earth pony, Izzy Moonbow, a female unicorn, and Hitch Trailblazer, a male Earth pony. Alongside Pegasus siblings Pip Petals and Zip Storm, the film was originally slated for theatrical release by Paramount Pictures, but the release was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was sold to Netflix, with the film's release date being set on September 24, 2021. Netflix also greenlit its follow-up CG animated series, which will also debut on the streaming service. The film was succeeded by a special and streaming television series titled My Little Pony, Make Your Mark in May and September 2020 respectively, and a Christmas-themed special titled My Little Pony, Winter Wish Day in November on Netflix. A YouTube-exclusive series titled My Little Pony, Tell Your Tale premiered in April 2022, the second season of Make Your Mark, alongside its 44-minute special bridal Woodstock. was released in June 2023. The final episodes of the Make Your Mark were released on November 23, 2023, alongside the Special Secrets of Starlight. A Tell Your Tale special, The Blocky Walkies, was released on April 4, 2024. On July 15, 2025, a live-action film based on the franchise was announced to be in development. The film will be produced by Amazon MGM Studios and Hasbro Entertainment. Well, that was another Remember That show. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. As always, until next time, keep on collecting. Bye.